Hey Libra, Ali from Indigo Ascension. We're going to be doing your July 16th to the 31st reading for the final fortnight of the month. I wanted to do something a little bit different. I'm calling it the retrograde classroom. So we are now smack bang in the middle of the energetic effects of the retrogrades. They kicked off in April and they will span all the way through to November, depending on which planet we're talking about. Now, the planetary energies, if each of the planets were a person, it would be no different than perhaps being in high school, everyone sitting in a classroom, and each subject has its own different teacher. Each of the planets have their own energy, their own subject areas of specialty, if you like, that they're trying to teach us. How I receive that information is going to be different to the next person. How you take that on board is going to be different to me, perhaps, and thereafter. So retrograde classroom is very much like a reflective reading is what I'd like to do, to see perhaps what has been coming up into the collective conscious of all the Librans that I'll be connecting into, all right? So it's all unique too, so take only what resonates and leave the rest. What you're going through is going to be different to perhaps the next Libran out there. However, the energetic themes, what's coming up into awareness, what's being processed, the energetic opportunities and wisdom integrations perhaps might be the same. So I'm calling this one the retrograde classroom, to see perhaps what's going on for some of the beautiful Librans out there that I'll be connecting into. We've been through an ecliptical changeover, if you like. So the last 2.5 years were led by Cancer and Capricorn. We've now shifted into Gemini and Sagittarius, which offers a beautiful different theme when it comes to the North and South nodes. And all of the zodiacs are impacted in their own way, of course. But take a look. If you haven't already, if this is your first time here, please do go ahead and check out the channel for your July monthly read, as well as some other months and fortnight reads might apply to you. And unique and only on Instagram, I do the weekly quick read each weekend, and that's there available in time for Monday. So the one for this week, for July 20th, has already been posted. All right, my lovely Librans, the energy cards I've picked out for you are indecision, service, and freedom. I do see here, and the Libran personality primarily, if you like, at the base of it all, you need things in balance. You need to feel in balance. You recognize imbalance quite quickly and perhaps can be quite focused, being an air sign, in the mental realms about how best to achieve balance, all right? And maybe that is the lessons as we sort of grow and age. Maybe many Librans, identified the need to keep their thought patterns, beliefs in check, in balance, so as not to feel overwhelmed, so as not to feel confused. And by all means, what you deeply desire is non-conflict. So to feel indecisive, to feel conflicted within self is something that perhaps some of the Librans I'm connecting into have been wanting to address this retrograde season. And you might even be going back through the timeline, which is what the retrograde energy offers us all, to go back to the past in one way or another for healing, for review, for a final look, see perhaps what we learned, what wisdom was integrated, whatever the case may be, take it how it resonates. Librans I'm connecting into have been transmuting this energy of indecision and perhaps getting clear about this concept of service, okay? I feel good when I can help others. Maybe this is very much going to be a career reading or your purpose reading, if you like. And I do see here that many Librans, you love being able to harmonically connect into others. That harmony is something you might be wanting to teach others. It might be something you already do. Take it however it resonates. You might do that in a holistic context. You might do that in a mainstream context, okay? So in the realms of counseling, life coaching, healing, whatever the case may be. Maybe this is a career transition, okay? And re-looking at ideas, dreams, goals that you once had in the past. And that's what the retrograde classroom is offering you. Maybe many Librans I'm connecting into have found themselves just doing, okay? On one level or another. Maybe you find yourself in a career path that has been of purpose. It's paid the bills, it's done its thing, but you're also looking back and now going, well, I've always wanted to do that thing. Okay, so fill in the blanks however it resonates. That might apply to you. The overall goal for this retrograde season for a lot of the Librans I'm connecting into is this sense of freedom. I am feeling a strong career read because I also see here, I'm going to interpret another energy that I'm picking up on here as well. But what does it mean to be free, Libra? Maybe you're struggling with these confined feelings, okay, when it comes to wanting to do something but feeling like we have to do something. And that's very much that Saturn energy and Jupiter energy at play thanks to the retrogrades. We're wanting to expand, we're wanting the new, especially this week under the energy of the new Cancer moon that's being opposed by Saturn. We're wanting to nurture new goals, new dreams, new ideas. They might be old because we are in retrograde season. They might be coming up again. We're wanting to nurture a new career pathway, new way of living our lives, routines, whatever the case may be, but we're feeling opposed by the rules, or at least the perceived rules, okay, thanks to Saturn. And that's all about, we've got bills to pay, so we need to do this. Whatever the case may be, this is not just how things are done. This is not who I usually am. Take it however it resonates. I also see the other energy I'm picking up on is I'm picking up on a lot of Librans that are really coming out of an old role you have always played, where you are the helper, the healer, the empath that people go to, because being in service to others, your family, your friends, your networks, whatever the case may be, does make you feel good. But there's this push-pull energy of being indecisive about what true freedom means. How am I genuinely autonomous from my loved ones, so that their problems don't become my own too? I want to help. However, in this helping, is there a risk of me coming, getting energetically tied in to the outcome for that person, okay? Is what I wanted to say that I was picking up on. I use my intuition in all areas and aspects of life, Libra. Service. I feel good when I can help others. And freedom, I possess the power and the free will to create my own happiness. This feels very much like paving a new way and feeling restricted, indecisive about the best next steps forward. Like I feel I'm very much working with Jupiter and Saturn energy here when I look at these cards. There's an upgrade definitely to our base chakra, our old fears, pushing outside of old fears as we identify and see a whole new way of doing things. There's a refresh and reset to the solar plexus and heart chakra, loving what I do, feeling confident in following my heart. Take that however it resonates. And then speaking freely about these new decisions, ideas, plans I'm wanting to make for my future. Okay? Maybe this retrograde season has helped many Librans I'm connecting into truly put an end to an old chapter, an old way of being, an old way in which was your method of operation is what I want to say. I'm not, let's not discount the fact that in the past there may have been quite a lot of heavy energy when it comes to massive endings, especially when it comes to financial loss, okay? And there's been some amazing lessons that you have integrated when it comes to the value of what financial freedom feels like, what's most important, what does freedom of the mind, how much value are we going to put over freedom of the mind, freedom of the heart, the feeling of peace and freedom within us, how much value that now weighs compared to maintaining that job because it pays the bills or whatever the case may be. I feel like here an ending, whether that was connected to career, whether that was connected to love, has certainly led to a financial loss and this indecision, okay? Because I am in service to my family is what I do want to say, but I'm wanting to be free in one regard or another. And this Jupiter energy, this is Jupiter, okay? The Wheel of Fortune is ruled by Jupiter in the tarot. You're really wanting to expand after a time of massive endings, after a time of loss. You're also wanting to financially expand in one way or another, but you're not really, thanks to the Nine of Coins, but you're not quite sure how best to take this offer, this opportunity. I do want to say there's something tangible not far away from you guys as well. There might be news, there might be someone coming forward with an offer, financial support, whatever the case may be. I'm feeling like business startup energy here for some reason, okay? But I'm also connecting into Librans that maybe around October last year is something significant, something really had to end so that you could expand, okay? But perhaps still toying with that idea about the best way to move forward. Let's take a look and see what the tarot wants to say. Wow, you've come up in your own reading. A lot of the zodiacs have this week for this fortnight reading. The Justice card is ruled by Libra. This is you showing up in your highest elements. Maybe this is like life path stuff for many Librans that I'm connecting into. You've done, like there's this expansion energy, this call from higher self in many ways towards freedom. What does freedom mean in love, in relationships, in life? How can I be free of any of the energetic cords that still do tie me to my past in one way or another? That tie me to my fears and beliefs about loss, okay, is what I want to say. I'm connecting into a lot of Librans that are wanting to be free of that. Like the last time you helped someone, the last time you did a service role, or like this idea of service, being of service to others. I feel like I'm connecting into Librans that are focused on being of service to their family in one form, okay, but yet wanting to be free. This feels like business expansion. This feels like going from mainstream jobs into business, okay, or at least applying your love of being of service to others in a whole new way, okay? So maybe you are doing that for a mainstream job, but you're wanting to expand on your own. You're wanting to do that in a unique way. There's an ending here, and it's almost like if there were disappointments at a job, at the way things were going, it had to happen the way it did because you were invited by your higher self to expand, Libra, is what I do want to say. Like even separating from an old version of yourself, separating from an old relationship, separating, like complete separation. This is a karmic ending, a massive karmic drop, massive karmic ending. Maybe November last year, October and November last year kicked this off or helped finalize this thing so that you can now be here where you are. Maybe you're currently going through this, and I'm talking about September, October, November coming up. I feel they're significant months because there's a finalization. So maybe if you're still waiting for this disconnection to happen, this separation to happen, okay, this finalization, this final word, court decision, whatever the case may be, this indecision about how best to navigate the next couple of months may be on your mind, okay? But at any rate, the retrograde season is offering you a trip back into the past about how everything has led you to here, because there is a beautiful opportunity to completely disconnect from anything that is no longer attached to you and no longer needs to be attached to you. You can develop new beliefs around freedom. You can develop new ways in which to be of service to those you care for, okay? In career, in love, whatever the case may be. There's a deeper need for many Librans to be free of the old ways in which they were tied, is what I keep hearing, okay? There's an exciting opportunity that has been presented, will be presented, okay? But you're feeling defensive about it, questioning it. Is it the right thing for me? It seems exciting, and I think you're perhaps right in questioning it, because the Wand's energy can be fleeting. It's not long lasting, okay? And in many ways, if an opportunity is presented to many Librans that I'm connecting into to expand, the first thing you're probably going to be doing is remembering a time of loss when something didn't quite work out. Okay, so this indecisive energy doesn't have to just be a bad thing. Sometimes it is our deeper wisdom getting us to put a pause on something to think things through, and I do see that's what you're moving into. Maybe a Virgo is involved, maybe another Libran is involved, take it however it resonates. Maybe you're dealing with a fire sign, okay, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, but Leo season is going to be, I want to say, is going to be a perfect opportunity for you guys to put a line in the sand in one form or another, so that you can really make the most of an exciting opportunity to expand, okay? I'm feeling a lot of career stuff here. Career pathways, options, ways in which to make money. The last 2 years have been of purpose. You're probably even indecisive about how best to navigate the next 2 years. Maybe you're building a skill set up. Maybe you're acquiring, you know, diplomas, certifications, whatever the case may be, to expand. Like I'm feeling a big expansion and a disconnect from my old ways of doing things, the old role I played, old version of myself. Take it however it resonates. The last 2 years has given you insight into what you perhaps wanted to move towards when it comes to expansion, when it comes to growth. At any rate, at the bottom of it all, many Librans I'm connecting into are wanting to build new foundations too. And the next 2 years are a beautiful opportunity to be able to identify ways in which you can do that. And I want to say there's going to be some exciting news. Maybe even Virgo season is something significant where you can kick things off. I actually want to clarify, guys. I might use the other tarot. I'm feeling like I'm just waiting to make a final call on how best to navigate this path ahead, because there's an opportunity coming up with the Wheel of Fortune card after an ending, I see, and with this loss energy as well, okay, with the 5 of Coins, I see and feel that there's going to be something presented. There's definitely many Librans I'm connecting into that are mulling around, mulling options moving forward. What can I do? How can I achieve greater success? How can I achieve greater satisfaction in what I do in the 9 to 5? You're indecisive about how best to move forward in one way or another. The ultimate goal here, Libra, is freedom, okay? Free from the old fears is what I want to say. Free from the old version of yourself. You're going to be completely free from that old tie because of a separation. You've got a lot of wisdom to share. This is like teacher energy. This is how I did it. Maybe you're guiding others in a service capacity, in something, you know, a journey that has mattered to you, okay? I feel like the last 2 years are relevant in one way or another. Have people been telling you, you should teach this? You know, you're really good at this, and this is something you've perhaps always done. There's going to be good news, okay, when it comes to this justice energy, court decisions, legal matters, whatever the case may be, okay? It's going to help you draw a line in the sand. It's going to help you be able to push back on any energies that are restricting you from being able to feel free is also relevant. I'm really picking up on several storylines here, guys, but primarily I'm picking up on Librans that want to move forward with a strong sense of freedom. I really just want to clarify this. So July, September, November are relevant months for you. The last 2 years, the next 2 years, the last 10 years, maybe children are involved. Maybe you work with children. Take that, however, Wheel of Fortune again. You guys are expanding your wisdom, sharing your wisdom. There's been a wisdom journey here that has expanded you into your higher self. This is also many Librans that are like someone else got this recently. Was it Scorpio or Sagittarius? Where this is you in your highest element. You're centered in your wisdom. Connect into your intuition in the final 2 weeks of July. There's something here that your dream state's wanting to tell you. There's something here your higher self is wanting to relay to you in the form of messages, symbolism, synchronicities. Take it however it resonates. If you're feeling indecisive and really need to upgrade that third eye chakra in one way because of fear, because of wanting to create new foundations, I'm going to say go to the center of stillness as much as possible. There's messages here trying to come through for you. You might be dealing with a fire sign. You're wanting to feel confident and excited. You're wanting to act on your confidence. So in order to get that confidence, I do see in many ways to get out of this indecision energy, many Librans may feel the need to take that solitude time. Be interesting to see what healing messages come up. Your emotions, okay, and balancing your emotions so that they don't feel, this is about coming into some form of emotional mastery when it comes to feeling sure of what I want moving forward. But I feel here you're waiting on some news before you make that next step. And I'm going to say, I think you're going to get good news. It's going to help you expand in one way or another. Take that step forward. Best way to use this time in the final 2 weeks of July is to really get to the center of stillness. Your higher self is with you. The messages are coming in really strongly and they can help you expand. But I see here, I feel like a block. There's a block there, maybe taking more quiet time, more solitude, that those messages are going to be coming to you. And also, guys, when we're going through massive karmic endings, which is what these two are. It can feel like there's a grief energy too, like I'm grieving the old version of myself. I'm grieving, you know, when an energy cord detaches, it's almost like, well, who am I without that? As it might even sound really ridiculous to say, because I wanted that ending to happen so badly too, you know, but in order to develop the new, in order to, you know, fuel ourselves from the inside out so that we can become whole without this old, is what I want to say. That energy, that transition period can feel confusing, okay? You've got the Wheel of Fortune twice. You've got the Queen of Cups on the bottom of the deck. You've got the Hermit card. There's a lot of emotional wisdom here, a lot of peace and freedom that can be gained from the center of your emotional wisdom, so that you move out of your head into your heart is going to help balance that, all right? There's been, this is ascension stuff. Tower and the Sun, there's clarity on that ending. There's clarity, a lot of strong energetic clarity for many Librans I'm connecting into after a time that perhaps brought everything down to the ground, like something had to end, you know, whether it was instigated by you, whether it was one thing that led to another. I feel like this is definitely in the past. The final 2 weeks of July are going to help you truly get a lot of clarity, a lot of life force energy around why things had to end. Like this is, I feel like there's an old version of you and you're really integrating this wisdom, like you're expanding in your wisdom, in integrating your higher self energy as well, Libra. This feels very soul path related. This feels very career related, like who am I? You can apply this reading, this energy into your love life. You can apply this into your career life, your role within your family dynamics. Take it however it resonates. Like I said earlier, maybe a fire sign is relevant. Leo, Sagittarius, Aries, maybe a water sign is relevant, okay? You've processed a lot of blockages and toxicities that were getting in your way when it comes to feeling genuinely emotionally free, okay? Wow. Let's see what healing message wants to come up for you from the whispers of healing, my lovely Libra. It's going to say Leo. Are you connected into a Leo? Leo season feels relevant for this energy of freedom, for this energy of expansion, clarity, the Wheel of Fortune turning in my favor. So however life has been for the last few months, in many ways, I do want to say that the Wheel of Fortune has shown up twice for you, Libra. You know, your fortune is expanding. The wheel is turning in your favor. Things are going to be the opposite of what you have been experiencing. So if you've been experiencing that indecision, which has felt murky, unsure of best steps forward, you're going to be getting a lot of clarity, especially after, like I saw the Lovers card there, underneath the Devil card, like Gemini season, the Lovers go retrograde, okay? The end of July will close off this energy and you'll suddenly feel a lift at the end of the month to truly be able to identify which opportunity, which way forward, all right? So you're perhaps really affected by that Mercury energy, Gemini energy, I should say. Could be complete separation, finalization on divorce settlements, okay? You're releasing and working with the energy of control. What I'm hearing is that I have not been in control of this thing, of how it went. I want to be free of control, okay? Look at this. It's a lot of air element energy there. It's also the number 10. 10 is simultaneously the 0-point field as well as the 1. We're wanting a new beginning, you know, and certainly 10 is that elevation out of the single digits. It's that next level of ourself, our journey, our relationship, our career path. Take it however it resonates. There's some beautiful high frequency rainbow energy here. That is also like this energy of indecision, Libra, you know, wanting to feel free. You know, when I look at those numbers, I've got this new beginning, but I'm also indecisive because I'm in the 0-point field where there's just sort of no clear direction about where to from here, but I know that I must embark on this new version of myself, this new path, whatever the case may be. Watch what happens at the end of July when you feel a lift. I'm really feeling a strong lift, and August provides a lot of clarity, like it's complementary to you in one way or another. As far as good news, as far as movement, expansion, making concrete those plans that you've got up here, the direction you'd like to go in, whatever the case may be. There's a deep ending. There's a deep ending after a time of waiting, watching, having to make head and heart decisions, having to feel like I was juggling my head and heart too much, okay? Oscillating between the two. You are in control. Your higher self is in control. On deeper levels, Libra, it is our soul that is navigating us, okay? Calling to us. So if we're feeling discomfort, if we're feeling uncertainty, it's perhaps because we're traveling down a path that isn't truly aligned to who we are at higher levels, okay? I feel a very big connection here to my higher self, my soul wisdom, so pay attention to dream state. Connect into that meditation space. Look out for the signs and symbols and the synchronicities as well. I feel like there's going to be a lot of indications. You'll see things like birds. You'll see things like words like freedom, soar, endings, whatever the case may be. You'll see those themes in the movies you watch and the shows you watch. Career shifts, change, expansion, double wheel of fortune, a lot of Jupiter energy and expansion there for you, my lovely Librans, as you sit within the retrograde classroom and show yourself and see for yourself how much you truly have expanded, all right? From this time last year, this time 10 years ago, this time 2 years ago, all right? Pat yourself on the back for how far you really have come. All right, my lovely Libra, that was your reading for July 16th through to the 31st. Like I said, if you haven't already, go ahead and check out your July monthly. Until August, I hope you have a beautiful final 2 weeks of July. And I'll see you on the quick reads on Instagram, okay? So this week's is up already. Take care, Libra.